You can now buy more house in 2021. What's up, you guys? Roger here, back again. Today I'm going to talk about the new loan limits and what that means for you as a home buyer and as a home owner, because this is going to affect you either way. Whether you're looking to buy a home or you already own a home, this is going to affect you. So watch this. So one of the things that when you research and you're looking to buy a home, one of the things you might overlook is loan limits. Okay, so basically there are different loan types depending on the amount of the loan. So if you're going out and get $1 million loan, the requirements are going to be different than if you go to get a $500,000 loan. So the first most important thing that anyone should know, whether again you're a homeowner or a home buyer, what's the jumbo loan limit? Okay, you want to know that because once you cross that threshold and you go into jumbo loan territory, it becomes much harder to get a loan. Okay, so if you ever gone to Chase and you try to get $1 million loan, it's going to be more difficult than if you're trying to get a $500,000 loan with someone like me. And so they're going to have lower debt to income ratios. So you have to be making more money or have less debt. You're going to have some kind of reserves or savings. Right now, if you're self-employed, it's really difficult to get a loan. Not to discourage you, but that's just the reality. That's just the truth. So the first thing you should know is what is the jumbo loan limit in my county. So it differs by what county you are in. Okay, so I'm going to break it down for you. Got my little nifty chart here, okay? So in 2020, the jumbo loan limit for LA, OC, San Francisco was 765, okay? So if you got a loan up to 765, you could do 5% down. You could do 5% down, you could do 10% down. As long as your loan was below 765, your debt to income ratio could be 50%. Okay, so if you're staying under this number, easier to get a loan. If you're going over this number, you have to go to jumbo territory. You know, we're gonna have to use a jumbo lender. Requirements are harder, more difficult. But if you go up to 765, basically in 2020, you could have bought an $800,000 house. And in these counties, LA, OC, San Francisco, and only put 5% down. That's it. So you put $800,000 house, you put 5%, you put 40 grand. You could buy an $800,000 house with 40,000 down. Okay, so now the new loan limit in 2021 is going to be raised to 822,000. Okay, so now you can get a loan up to 822 and only put 5% down. And it's easier to get a loan up to this amount. If you need a loan of 850, then you're in jumbo territory, it's going to be harder. Okay, so big jump. So Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac released these numbers recently in the last few days over Thanksgiving, and it's increasing by what, 35 plus 22, about $57,000. So big increase. Now, who is this going to benefit? Okay, who benefits from a higher loan limit? So let me break it down for you. So let's say you're planning on buying a house. You're planning to buy a house here in LA, and the house that you and your spouse are looking for are around $900,000, okay? And you guys only have 10% down. So if you have 900,000, 10% down, that means your loan would have been 810,000, okay? You guys are putting 90 grand down. Your loan's gonna be $810,000. In 2020, let's say you didn't make enough income to be below that 43%, you couldn't get a jumbo loan, right? You couldn't get a jumbo loan. Your only option was to save more money and get your down payment big enough so you can put 135,000. So again, you're trying to buy a house for 900, but this is the biggest loan you can get based on your income. You have 90,000 saved. Okay, you'd have to save another $45,000 because you'd have to get under this number. Okay, so if you're looking to buy a house for 900,000, you have 10% down, and you need a loan of 810, now you could do it. Now you could buy that house, ready to go. You don't need to have more savings. 900,000 house, 10% down. Your loan's going to be 810. You're ready to rock and roll. Okay, so that's the type of person that's going to benefit from this in 2021. Okay, and that's effective immediately, guys. So you don't even have to wait until next year, which is only like 2-3 weeks away. This is going to affect right now. So if you're looking to buy a house for $850,000, $900,000, and you have only like 5-10%, and you don't qualify for a jumbo loan, you're good now. You're good. You're ready to rock and roll. Okay, so now for my friends in the San Bernardino and Riverside counties, what does this mean for you? Jumbo loan in 2020 in San Bernardino County and Riverside County. Now, the way this works, homes in LA, OC, San Francisco are more expensive. So that's why these loan limits are higher. San Bernardino, Riverside homes are not as expensive. They're a little bit lower. So previously it was 510. If you needed a $511,000 loan in San Bernardino, that's considered jumbo. That's considered a jumbo loan in San Bernardino County or Riverside County. Now, 548. So San Bernardino and Riverside right here, jumbo loan is up to 548. So again, if you were looking to buy a $600,000 house in San Bernardino, right, and you only had 10%, right, and you wouldn't qualify because you don't have enough to get under this loan number. If you're looking to buy a $600,000 house and you have 10%, now you can do it. Now you don't need to do jumbo, because with jumbo loans, guys, the minimum down payment is 20%. There's no getting around it. Down payment's 20%. Debt to income ratio needs to be lower. You have to have more reserves. A lot more difficult. So they're making it easy. This is going to fuel more homes being sold. And it's very necessary, because if you guys have been following the market in 2020 in LA, OC, these, pretty much all across the country, it doesn't even matter. It's super competitive. Homes are going over asking, bidding wars are going on, and homes are just more expensive. Okay. So this will help people who are in that situation, who wouldn't qualify in 2020, now in 2021, it's going to help you. It's going to help you buy a house. Okay. So that's the first important loan limit that you need to be aware of. If you're in LA, OC, Orange County, 765 was the previous loan limit. Now in 2021, it's 822. Okay. 822,000. You can get a loan up to that number with 5% down. Okay, over 822, now you're in jumbo territory, whole different ballgame. That's the first loan limit you need to be aware of. Loan limit number 2, there's one tier below that I'm going to discuss. This affects a lot of people too. So, jumbo loan limits, 822. Now there's another tier below that, okay, and the tier below that is called high balance. Okay, so if you got a loan between 510 and 765 in 2020, so 510,000 and 765. So let's say you're in LA or San Francisco and your loan's 540, 570, up to 600. Between those two numbers, you're considered high balance. Okay, still Fannie Mae, still Freddie Mac. You could do 5% down, all that good stuff. But if you're under 510,000, that's considered conforming. The bank loves that the most. If your loan was under 510,000, you're getting the best rates. Rates for high balance are a little bit higher than conforming, but not by a lot. Okay, so 2020, high balance in LA, OC, San Francisco is 510,000. They're raising that to 548. Okay, I have clients in this situation. Okay, well, they had loans for about 530,000. Okay, and because they were over this 510, their rates were slightly higher, just a little bit. So now with this increase, now with the high balance loan limit being over 548, my friends who probably are watching this video, if this is you, if your loan is about 530, 540, I have a few clients like that. Now you're in the best category, you're in the best loan range to get the best rates. Okay, so that's another person who's going to benefit. Okay, so if you have a loan currently and it's about 530, 540, in that range, you're going to benefit. Now you're going to get the best rates. So that's it, guys. Great news for home buyers. Great news if you're looking to refinance. If you had an $800,000 loan and you need to refinance and you want to lower your rate and you didn't qualify for a jumbo loan, now you qualify. If you're looking to buy a house in the $850,000, $900,000 range, but you didn't have 20%, let's say you're trying to buy a house for 900, like the previous example we talked about, but you didn't have 20%. Now you can buy with 10. Now you can buy with 5% down, up to a loan limit of 822. Of course, I'm talking to people who are making good money, because if your loan's 800 grand, you have to be making good money. So this is for my W-2 borrowers, my couples who are making 150 a year, 200 a year, 250 a year, who just don't have the 20% yet, but we're like, we're ready to buy a house. We're making 200 grand. We have 10% saved. We're ready to go. Now it's going to be a lot easier. Now you can buy that house. You don't have to worry about scratching and clawing and saving that 20%. You can buy something right now with just 10%, with just 5%. So congratulations to you, and you guys can thank Fannie Mae. If you're new to this channel, please like, subscribe to this channel. We're talking everything real estate and mortgage related, California and across the country, because whatever's happening here is happening across the country right now. But especially we're focusing on LA, OC, Riverside, San Bernardino. So if you're interested in buying a house in that area, click on the link below, schedule a call with me or someone on my team. We'd love to help you out, whether it's a purchase or refinance. That's our business. We're in the business of helping people. Check us out on Yelp, Google, and Zillow. Check out our reviews, 5 stars across the board. We really take care of every single client that comes across our table. We hook you up. We give you guys credits and walk you through the process and all that good stuff. So yeah, like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys so much for following. And if you guys have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment box below or send me an email. See you guys later.